welcome back to the channel and episode 14 of our Estudiantes save in Football Manager 2019. We are back to league action. The winter break is over. We start today with a tough away game against 7th placed Huracan. But you can see below us what a game in prospect. In the evening kickoff, 3rd place Talleres hosting the leaders Boca at the minute. So it will depend on what we do in our game as to the favoured result from that game, of course. What we're going to do is we're just going to have a quick look at our friendly fixtures, and then we're going to spend today before the match just having a quick look at the finances, because I realise I've not really shown you those since the start of the season. So we'll see how we're getting on there. So as you can see, we've played 5 friendlies since the last video, since that Talleres draw. We've won them all. The first one was a tough one at home against Racing Club, who are in the SuperLiga as well. Beat them 4-3, as you can see. I didn't take control of any of these friendlies until the final one. We won all the others without conceding. Now Lesteves managed to get himself a hat-trick against America, which is bizarre. I don't know how he managed that. Mariano Pavano got a couple there, as you can see. So, I mean, it's brought the morale up. If the squad view, the morale is really good. Obviously, it just helps with the confidence and the fitness. We have had, before we get to the finances, quite a few ins and outs as well. So we have had, they've all been loans though, unfortunately. So we have brought in Lucas Zelarayan from Tigres on loan. He looks fantastic. Argentinian attacking midfielder. I've had my eye on him anyway. I'd love to bring him in permanently. Just look at him. He looks fabulous, doesn't he? Could play as a winger. He'd make a very, very good winger. I'm primarily going to use him as a number 10. He's going to be competition for Leonardo Piscalici. He used to play for Belgrano before Tigres. As you can see over on this side, Gaston Paiva has gone to O'Higgins on loan as well. We arranged that after Zelarayan came in because there would have been too many players for that position otherwise. And the other one, I'm really excited as well. A brilliant looking left back in Emmanuel Maz. 30 years of age, on loan from Boca Juniors. Absolutely brilliant wing back, total machine. Look at those physicals, quick, strong. He can run all day. He's the perfect up and down that line wing back. He's going to make such a difference to this team. And again, because we got him in, Did we? Oh, I don't think we did. We haven't, have we? I put Urquiaga, our young left back, on the loan list, on the development list, and he hasn't gone as yet. I think the window is still open, but I'm not 100% sure. What we have done is we've sent Franco Civetti out on loan, Gaston Paiva as well, Gonzalo Desio, one of our young talents. We've sent him out to give him some decent game time. He is at Union La Calera. Matthias Pellegrini as well. He's gone out because Zelarayan's come in as well. We've got a bit of cover on that left-hand side. So Pellegrini has gone out on loan to Universidad de Chile. So it's a really, really good level in the Chilean top flight. I really think if he goes out there, gets half a season playing regularly, he will come back a much better player. And Juan's son, Dayan Veron, has gone out to Cipolletti. Again, just to continue his development, just to give him a chance to play a few games. I think he's too good for the under-20s. He could probably have played for the reserves for the rest of the season, but he's too good to just sit on our bench. So we needed to get him out on loan. We did have a loan deal for a centre-back, but it didn't go through. The transfer deadline passed and the paperwork didn't get done, which I have to admit I've not really seen before, or not for a long time anyway. They always seem to rush through. So, well, it happens, doesn't it? So here we are. This is the finance page. And as you can see, well, we've got no money. We've got 5.2 million in the bank. So far this season, we are just over $250,000 in the red, which, to be fair, isn't terrible. One thing that did happen I can't remember the player's name, but it was one of the already in the game transfer clauses. He moved clubs and it triggered a clause, and it gave us, I think it gave us about 420 grand up front and about another 220 in instalments, which was amazing. It went into the wage budget. We had I think we had about 300,000 in the transfer budget. So what I did is I put that straight on the wage budget because we were overspending on wages. And as you can see now, we are in a much healthier position. We're currently spending just under 160,000, but from next season it will be 146,000, which is massively under and gives us an awful lot to play with. But what I wanted to do here is I just wanted to give you an idea of the financial state of play at the club. As you can see, we get virtually no TV revenue. We've had 540 grand from the league and 34 grand from the Sudamericana. In terms of prize money, again, you don't really get an awful lot, do you? So from the Copa Libertadores and the Copa Sudamericana, we've taken just under 2.7 million. Of course, we will get whatever couple of grand we get for our finishing position in the SuperLiga. Maybe we'll have a look at that in a second. I don't actually know how they pay out the prize money, what you get for what you get. Just under $1 million on season tickets, 1.3 million on match day gate receipts, and in terms of sponsorship, 2.2 million. So very, very modest amounts of money. And in terms of expenditure, you can see all there. I won't go through all. If you do want to pause it, feel free. Wages won't show you all that. The debts and the loans, I've not actually looked at this. So we've got a miscellaneous debt that we still owe 6 million on. It's 44 grand a month until June 2030. So we're not going to see the end of that loan, I wouldn't have thought. We only have one sponsorship, so it's for 850 grand a year. It'd be nice to get some others, but, it's not down to me, is it? Maybe, I don't know, is that something I can ask the board for, maybe? I'll have to have a look at that. This was the main page I wanted to show you, was the projections. So at the moment, the expect the balance at the end of this season to be 900 grand, so they're expecting us to lose an awful lot of money between now and then, because we've got, five and a bit million in there? So apparently we're going to lose another 4.5 million by the end of the season. And it doesn't look very good going forward, does it? It's basically, we're going to lose 4.5 million a year, is what that's saying. Which means the only way we're going to arrest that is we're going to have to sell a top player every season just to try and stave off that debt, that loss. And that was one of the reasons I wanted to save the challenge that I'm going to have to sell. If we find a striker that scores us 20 goals, he's only going to be with us for one season. Someone is going to come and take him. If we have a star midfielder, again, he's only going to be with us a season before he moves on. And that is part of the challenge. It's why I loved it before when I did it on FM19. I was rebuilding the team every 6 months. You played the first half of the season. In the winter break, you were selling half a dozen good players, bringing in other players, looking for bargains, looking for end of contracts, deals, things like that. It's the thing I really love. I love getting a free transfer, especially if you go on and sell them for money. The turnover is, it's about steady, isn't it? It's going to go up 1 million apparently, and then drop back down by 500,000. Expenditure, again, it's going to go up apparently by 1.5 million at the end of next season, but then going to drop down to just under 16 million. Don't really know why. Profit loss, going to lose 5 million this season, 5.5 million and 5.25 million. Great. The wage costs it thinks are bringing down, so I don't know whether the profit loss is coming from, if the wages are coming down. And the transfer budget is just a flat 1 million, so we're not going to have any money to play with. I mean, that basically, I think we're going to have to use for signing on fees for free agents and put it in the wage budget. £1 million is not going to do anything for me, is it, really? The other thing I was going to show you was just the state of play regarding our players who are out of contract. Now, we only have 3 first-team players that are contracted to us that are out of contract at the end of the season. Obviously, we've got Iniguez Zelarayan and Emmanuel Mas, who are on loan, and their deals run out at the end of the season. But they're 3 really, really old players. Mariano Pavoni, Rodrigo Branya and Gaston Fernandez. At the minute, and I think it's how it's going to stay, I'm not going to renew any of them. I was toying with the idea of Mariano Pavoni from a mentoring point of view, perhaps. And I did look at Rodrigo Branya as well, because if we have a quick look at Rodrigo Branya, he's 39 years of age. His physicals are absolutely tanking, but his mentals are phenomenal, aren't they? His leadership is 20. I am wondering if it's worth giving him a new contract just to bring on the youth players. Now, the only problem with that is I talked to him and said that I think he should become a coach when he's finished playing. He didn't want to know, and that really, really does make me think I should just cut my losses and let him go. I have been in to offer him a new contract. I have been in to offer Mario Pavoni a new contract. And the big stumbling block is I can get them down a couple £100 a week on their contracts, but they want a clause in there, and it's a non-negotiable clause that if they play 5 games in that year's contract, they automatically get another year. And I'm not sure that I want to do that. So at the minute, they're on just over £8,000 between them, the three of them. That's an awful chunk of wage when your wage budget is 170 grand. I don't think I can really afford to pay them to just hang around. So at the minute, I think we're going to let them all go. Let me know in the comments if you think we should. Gaston Fernandez has not featured at all since I've been at the club. I have no problem letting him go. He is a bit of a cult hero at the club. He's had 3 spells. They're all pretty much legendary players. Rodrigo Branya's played over 200 games. I think Mario Pavoni has done the same as well. So it's going to be a bit of a pull to let them go. But I think it's for the best. What a beautiful top-down view, a beautiful, beautiful aerial view of the stadium. It is the Thomas Adolfo Duco in Buenos Aires, so we haven't had to travel far, have we? We've got Mariano Andujar in goal, Emmanuel Maz making his debut, Gaston Campi, Johnny Shunker, and Mauro Rosales, who I have promised first-team football to, so giving him a game. Matias Laba, Now Estevez seem to be my go-to central midfield pairing at the minute. Lucas Rodriguez and Fernando Zucchi on the wings, with Lucas Zelarayen also making his debut today. Carlo Latanzio up top. If you notice on the bench, Mariano Pavoni isn't on the bench now. I think it's time to usher him out. In terms of Huracan, there's a couple of names there that stand out to me. They're number 11, their right winger, Carlos Ausqui. Used to play for Estudiantes, and Andre Chavez up top I had in FM19 on my other... the last time I played as Estudiantes, I got him either very cheaply or on a free from Boca. Played him as a left winger and he was incredible. So I'm not looking forward to going up against him today. But let's get into the boys. It's our first game back after the winter break. I've been so looking forward to getting back into this. If you did enjoy the last episode, there was no live comment in it, but it went through the reserves and the youth team, looking at some of the prospects. Covered a little bit of old ground in that we have covered a little bit in previous videos, but yeah, get along and check that out. It's really good looking at the future of the club and just how many potentially quality players we have got coming through. I'm going to say we're coming into this one a little bit out of form. They're coming into it in strong form. Obviously, it doesn't count the friendlies. That is in competitive games. Because, of course, we had that the draw against Talleres. Then we had the Sudamericana games, River game that we lost. So we have had some inconsistent results. So we're going to say, I want you to win because it will put us top. It's gone down okay, but these ones are going down much, much better, aren't they? They all look happy. There's no pre-match interview, so let's get straight to kick-off. Great to be back in competitive action again. We get the game underway in our generic third kit. For the record, brilliant guy in the community, Keg Man Plays, has done me some new kits for the save with a proper good designed third kit as well. So as soon as I remember, I will get them in the game. But I will drop a link to his channel and his Twitter and everything in the description. Go and check him out. Zelarayan with this free kick, and he's whipped it in there, and it's debutant to debutant as Emmanuel Mas nods that in. It was a brilliant delivery. Look at that. He's absolutely drilled that across. It only needed a touch, and it got one from Emmanuel Mas 3 minutes in. What a start from both debutants. And we are on the attack again here with Matías Laba to Estevez. Mas. Oh, it's a lovely play. Oh, and it's drilled in by Carlo Latanzio. We're 2-0 up after 6 minutes. What a dream start this is. Brilliant passing. The first goal was superb free kick delivery. This was just excellent play. A little bit of luck with the way it broke to Latanzio. But what a goal. Throw in again with another highlight. We dropped a little praise shout out after that second goal. I mean, 2-0 up after 6 minutes. How can you not praise them? And we could be in for another one here. The shot was blocked. The cross is cleared. Rosales has it now. Played it in, but Zukwi wasn't on the same wavelength. Oh, what a start. It is all Estudiantes at the minute. It's a cross with Matías Laba. Oh, and Rosales has given it away. Andres Chavez. Oh, what a ball over the top to Gamba. And he's drilled it just wide. Chavez. Oh, good tackle on him, but Roas picked it up. Goody, ow, and a brilliant tackle again. Now here's Zukwi to Zelarayan. Played forward for Zukwi out on the wing. Oh, he's got past one. Good ball in, it's cleared away. Estevez has. Laba, he went for goal, and it wasn't far wide. Just past the half-hour mark, and we have had an injury to Fernando Zukwi. Now, he is at 83% still, as you can see, but it is a potential thigh injury, and that immediately signals alarm bells or the hamstring. So we're not taking any risks there, because if we take him off now, he might only be out for a couple of weeks. If we leave him on and he does it properly, he's going to be out for at least 6, isn't he? So he is off. Facundo Sanchez is coming on. Now he's not an attacking midfielder by any stretch, but he is a wing back. He's one of my favourite players in the squad, and to be fair, he's got all the attributes to play as a winger. So we should be all right. Sanchez is going to take the corner. It's cleared away, but Latanzio will pick it up. Why is he right out on the edge of the box, Latanzio? It's headed in. It's Lucas Rodriguez. It's 3-0 5 minutes before the break. Facundo Sanchez, their substitute wing-back playing at right wing, has got the assist. And this is actually quite good, because it means Rosales can get his game time, and Facundo Sanchez won't get unhappy because he's playing as well. Estevez drills that free kick into the box. Zelarayan's going to pick up the clearance here. Rosales to Laba. Rosales again spreads it out to Emmanuel Mas. Why are the wing-backs on the wrong side? Laba out to Zelarayan. Cuts in. Heads it. Oh, I thought that had gone in then from Luca Rodriguez. What a first half. Absolutely dominant. It's just been all us. They had that one breakaway chance, didn't they? And that is it. Other than that, it's been all us. The lead does not flatter us at all. We have been absolutely brilliant. We are going to say, I hate doing this one. I'm very happy with the way things are going. Keep it up. So do I say you might be winning, but that could all still change? No. I'm going to say I'm very happy with the way things are going. Keep it up. I don't think we've been in a position where I've been able to use that one yet. I don't think we've ever had a lead this big. So I'm going to take that opportunity. Normally, if we're 1 or 2 goals up, I will use the don't get complacent one, or there'll be something that I wasn't happy about and we don't deserve to be winning, so you tell them that you're not happy. To actually be able to praise them at half-time, I'm going to take that opportunity as the ball is whipped in there and it's cleared away. And here's Andres Chavez, and again he's found that ball to Gamba, who makes no mistake this time, and 4 minutes after the break, it's 3-1, and all of a sudden my chair is not quite feeling quite as comfortable as it was. They have got in behind us. That is obviously their plan. I think our defensive line might be too high. Corner for Sanchez. In it goes. Headed away by Rossi. Latanzio will pick it up. I really need to sort out my attacking corners. Why is my striker outside the box? Here's Sanchez to Zelarayan, and his shot faded away from goal, didn't it? It was a good hit. We have dropped the defensive line back. We were playing with a higher line, and they were exploiting that. We're only 2 clear-cut chances they've had from that. So we've dropped that back, and we've dropped the line of engagement back as well to suit. Otherwise, there would be massive, massive gaps. And Lucas Rodriguez is in. Oh, what a goal. What a finish from Lucas Rodriguez, one of my favourite players in the team. I love this guy in real life as well. It's a brilliant, brilliant goal. Matthias Labba with a super ball. What a touch. Just gets it outside that little bit, doesn't he? So he can wrap his left foot round it and drills it into the corner. We're going to see the little offside line replay. I really love this as well. Clearly onside. That first touch is brilliant. The keeper can't get the defender can't get anywhere near him as he lines up that shot. And it is a 4-1 lead at a team that are 7th in the division. Emmanuel Maz, who is looking very tired, and I haven't got a left back on the bench. I thought I'd put Evangelista on there, but obviously I didn't. We have got 2 substitutions pending as Gamba comes through. I'm going to have a look at him. He looks quality. He has been by far their best player, other than Andres Chavez, who I was expecting to give us problems. Here's Gamba again. He's no danger out on the right, though, is he? As we force him back. That's brilliant. So the other changes have been made. Artiaga's come on for Zelarayen, and that free kick goes wide. Ivan Gomez has come on for Matthias Labba. And it looks to have worked. Dropping that defensive line back has definitely worked. Obviously, free kick doesn't miss by much. They've had 2 clear-cut chances, and it was both for Gamba when he got through because of the ball over the top from Chavez. So we're just going to say now concentrate, and they've been overwhelmed by that feedback. That's great. That's brilliant. I am still getting my head around these touchline shout-outs. I mean, they may have always had this effect, but you now get the feedback from it, don't you? As Latanzio is denied by a brilliant save by Diaz. What a save that was. Sanchez will take the corner and Diaz claims. This is a fabulous return to league action as Roa, they are getting closer and closer with their free kicks. We're just going to do another shout out, I think, and Gamba is kind of in behind again here, and it's a brilliant save again. That goes down as their other clear-cut chance. So I think we're playing deeper. I don't think I even put it to another save. Chavez this time denied, and Sanchez can bring it away. I think I put it as a deeper defensive line, not even standard. So they're still getting in behind us, which a little bit worrying. Goal kick for Diaz, which he will take. We've got 40 seconds left of stoppage time. Is there time for us to get further forward and get another goal? Here's Gomez to Estevez. Back with Gomez. Artiaga. Estevez. Out for Emmanuel Maz. What a debut he's had as well. He's been brilliant, Emmanuel Maz. He's got it again here. And he's been tackled, but the game is finished. Huracan, by virtue of being the home team, were favourites coming into the game. We just went at them. We roared out of the blocks. 2 goals in the first 6 minutes. 3-0 by half-time. Lucas Rodriguez wrapping the game up just before the hour mark after a goal back for Gamba, who I am definitely going to be having a look at because he looks superb. We're passionately going to say I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. You were absolutely spectacular, boys. Who got man of the match? Emmanuel Mas on his debut. Loving that. Even though we had 2 goals from Lucas Rodriguez, Emmanuel Mas shaded the man of the match. Assists were from Facundo Sanchez, Matthias Labba and Lucas Zelarayen. So 2 excellent debuts and a very, very good team performance overall. And there we go. Look at that proof that we were right to take a precaution with Zukwi. He's only out for a couple of days with a tight hamstring. We took him off. We didn't take the risk that he would actually ping it. Absolutely delighted with that because he would have faced weeks on the sideline if we hadn't have taken that precaution. So I'm really delighted with that. Just before we fast forward to the game that Boca are playing and Rivers game, of course, we're back top. It might not be for long. It might only be until the next the next little bit when you see me. But we're top. We're back there. Let's hope we're still there around about now. Oh well, we aren't top. Boca won. They won comfortably 2-0 at Talleres, which I said at the start of the video, didn't I, that wouldn't be the worst result because it kind of drops Talleres out of the title race at the minute. I know there are 9 games to go. There's an awful lot still to play for. I mean, there's 27 points to play for. There's only 26 separating the entire division. So a lot can happen yet, but it would be quite nice if we could break away a little bit. Not so much for us for the title race, but for the Libertadores qualification for next season. It looks as though River as well, with their win over Gimnasia, are really piling the pressure on Talleres now. Talleres are going to be feeling that because, of course, Racing Club won as well. So just look at how tight that race is now. There are just 2 points between 3rd, 4th and 5th. That's massively, massively tight now. And as things stand, it is starting to look like that Boca game there could still be relevant. I mean, there is still plenty of time for it not to be an issue, but you never know, do you? So the plan is now that I'm going to play Atletico Tucumán and Rosario Central off camera, and we'll be back in episode 15 for Banfield at home. Should be a winnable game. They are 21st currently. Doesn't always work like that though, does it? But it should be winnable. We'd then do Racing Club and Tigre probably off camera, or maybe do the Tigre game, I'm not sure, because I'm trying to gear up for that Boca game. Of course, that is subject to change. One thing I will do is the Banfield game on episode 15. After that, it'll be a little bit subject to change due, just depending on how the results have gone, whether we're still in the title race or not. At the minute, it's looking very, very good that we might be. So that's going to be amazing. I've said it before, I'll say it again. To still be right up there at this stage of the season with only 9 games to go, I couldn't be happier. To have got to a semi-final in the Sudamericana, absolute overachievement. To be where we are in the league, absolute overachievement. I can't wait to get this season done, get into the window, shape the squad a little bit more in my image, and really, really go for it next season. Give, hopefully, the Libertadores a real go. That is the aim of the series, as you know, it is to establish Estudiantes as the dominant team in Argentina and to regularly win the Libertadores, or to win it at least once and then to be in contention to win it year after year. That is the idea, and I think we can do it. I really do. When you look at, again, go back to the last episode with looking at the youth players, the amount of 3.5, 4, 4.5 and 5-star potential players that we have already is ridiculous. If even half of them deliver, we are going to have some players on our hands as we go forward. But guys, if you did enjoy this, what a performance, what a win, what a debut from Maz and Zelarayan. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe as well if you haven't already. Turn on those notifications so that you know when a video comes out. Links below, as I said, for Keg Man Plays. Check him out on Twitter and his channel as well. As soon as I remember, I will get the kits that he's done for me into the game because they're absolutely beautiful. Also in the description, links for my Twitter and for my blog. So yeah, get along. Also, the result of the vote for our season set of games is out now. So check that video out as well and find out who you guys have decided that I am going to manage. So yeah, that's it. All that's left to say is Vamos Pincharatas. See you for the next video. Adios.